Hey, good afternoon, or morning, or evening, or night, wherever the hell you are in the world. Let's see if I can be heard. Hey, I can be heard. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Hi! Hi, Ball GM and Mini Mommy. How are you guys today? And Ball GM, are you streaming after? I assume you are? I feel bad because I haven't had time to pop on people's streams lately. I see people well, I know Ball GM's been, and you streamed yesterday. I saw you pop on. I'm like, I'm in no position to actually watch a stream. And your stream is such a friggin' joy. So, I'm excited today. I'm starting something new. Although, actually, let me know if you want to see the end result of the Obsidian Crypt. Because I know, Ball GM, he's not going to be here in a weeknight because, well, he's overseas and he's sleeping. You have a D&D. That's exciting. Yeah, so do I. We'll probably be playing at about the same time. Wait, about 3 hours? Now mine's in 3.5 hours. We start about 4 Eastern time. That's exciting. We're doing Rime of the Frostmaiden, and then we're supposed to be playing Vampire after. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna try to make the sound work on it. We're sort of thinking about maybe recording Vampire the Masquerade as a podcast, but we'll see. Unfortunately, none of us are real technological marvels, so we'll see if we can make it work. But today it's in honor of my favorite. Let's face it, I do really love Critical Role. They sort of have their playstyle is exactly the playstyle I like. So I was like, well, in honor campaign 3, I should paint one of my 5 zillion Critical Role minis. I have the entire set of all the ones that Steamforged did and produced, including all the convention minis. So I was like, all right, well, who can I paint? I mean, I'm thinking about saving the campaign 1 characters, Vox Machina, until February, because that is when the cartoon releases. And then, so I was thinking, well, I could do campaign 2, but you know what? Maybe I should just pick something that Matt Mercer plays. So, Pumat Soul. As a reminder, you guys, if you have anything you want to link, I'm, of course, link friendly, and I love to check out what you're working on. What made me think of that is I will actually go to the pictures so people can see what the hell I'm up to. So basically I'm looking at images because I do sort of want to paint the CR minis as the actual characters. So what better than actually take, and I cry every time I think of this, you take the actual Matt Mercer. Granted, Pumat's got a lot more details in him and the clothes than Matt did in his outfit, so I will account for that and go for the colors of gold, green and gold, which are really sweet together. But what makes me sad every time I think of this picture is I was at Gen Con when he did this. He was at Gen Con, and I probably didn't miss him by much. He was at the booth because they had Critical Role had a booth there in the vendor room, and he was there dressed up as this, and unfortunately I just missed out. So I'm real sad because I really kind of wanted to bump into him. What wonder doesn't really? Alright, hang on. Let me see. Hi, Kevin. I said as a reminder, if you have anything you want to link and post, go right for it. Otherwise, I'm going to put this back on my thing. I'm working on Pumat Soul from Critical Role, as I am a huge Critical Role nerd. I said I've met Matt before, and he really is as nice as he does seem on TV, so to speak. Oh, okay, yeah, I share. Oh, okay, cool. Ball Jam is gonna share his current mini he's working on, and I'm sure it's awesome. I'll admit, I've been really kind of bad about, unfortunately, being on Michael Mortar's Discord and posting, but I've decided that my focus really needs to be on the commission work I do, and because it's all like groups right now, I don't have anything really to share. So it just sort of, you know, when I get some stuff to share, I can share with you now what I got here. Oh, I hope I didn't mix these up. One of these is not quite finished. But I've been sort of sharing, right now they're basically still at the same stage because I'm finishing up the, I'm finishing up all the edge lining, but it's these guys here. I'll show you one. I think that is done. Yeah, it actually goes like that. So I need to obviously do the pauldrons. I got to do the eyes. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, I'm going to have to do some gold on various parts of this. But they're coming along nicely. They're just taking a while. Let me get that more on screen here. Put it right over Pumat's head. So that's basically what I've been working on outside of the stream. But now I'm trying to figure out which one I actually did not highlight. I know it's just the feet. Contrast paint is good, by the way. I've noticed it even will give you, to a degree, some highlights. I just wanted them a little stronger, that's all. Nope, that looks... Oh, maybe this one. Nope, that looks all painted. Great, I can't figure out what the hell I did. I think it's literally like one boot that didn't get done. Alright, well, let me get to Pumat. I hope everyone's good today. Don't forget, I do have a couple of extra fun things that I added to channel points for Halloween. I still have the candy one up because I still got candy left over. And I still have to paint with a pirate hat. My pirate hat's on the floor. Get back here. I'm just going to put it on there. While I sit here and look for paint here. So Pumat's soul is kind of blue. His skin tone is kind of blue and gray. This is what I want. Smart act. Mini Mommy wins in the Halloween candy, and I'll get the hat in a minute. Kevin will make sure I wear the Halloween hat the whole time. Alright, I'm making a Hershey bar while I look through paint. Where the hell? Alright, so it goes this way. Yeah. So, as I said, he's got kind of a blue... He's got blue tone to his face. So I'm going to start... I put the music on, you know, surprise me. So, whatever I get for music is what I get for music. It's just better to me than silence. I'm going to shake all these up because they kind of need to be shaken. Ah, I wonder. I'm thinking this might make a pretty lovely triad of paint. Why not flip this? So you get Marib Blue, Iridescent Blue, and Aquamarine Blue. Which should give... If worse comes to worse, I may add some gray into it too. Like a light gray. And, oh, I need an eye coat. Well, I need to do an eye. So, wow, it's been a while since I've done eyes because I did, because of course I did the Obsidian Crypt. Alright, where's the Halloween candy? Nom, 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 nom. Let's see. So, what else do I need? I need black. I'm going to do pure black. So, when I went to ReaperCon... Oh, cool. I always like chatting with you about here. Let me show everybody while I'm eating my candy here. That means you won't be around to tell me I have to use the pirate hat. I see. Oh, yep, you're working on stuff. What are they from? I don't think those are Space Marines. Oh, wait, I know what they're from. They're from your winnings that you got from the Midgard painting contest for coming in third. Those are the American troops, I think. So, friggin' cool. Over the big tank in the guard. Don't mind me while I eat and talk at the same time. That was a really nice prize. Well, other people have to pick up the slack if they're not working. So, oh, I need a darker blue. Let's see. Maybe I'll do Shark Bite as my dark blue, my darkest blue. Also, let me look at my reference pick. Yeah, I could always just look at the steps and paint it the same way they painted up Matt's face. And his nose is kind of red. Well, look at this. Sure, why don't I do that? I'll leave that picture up and I'll leave it up huge. So the first thing I do on any mini is I paint the eyes, because God knows we all hate painting the eyes. At least a lot of people do. And it said, when I went to ReaperCon, the suggestion really, I mean, I always used, I like metal though. I like plastic to agree, but metal still has, to me, some of the best detail. It holds the best details. Plastics come a long way though. But alright, so as I was saying, I went to ReaperCon, and this was, polished bone was actually a suggestion on white for the eye. Because you don't want white for your eye. It looks a little too freaky. I guess I need the pokey stick, because it's not coming out. Well, I don't know why it's not coming out of there. Yeah, that's true. So they didn't have like really good, you know, little essentially built-in pins and sockets. Ah, pokey stick, yep. You know what, Belgium? I thought of you the other night on Wednesday when I was like, other ways to use the pokey stick. And when I was finishing the Obsidian Crypt, I was putting on moss, and I was actually using the pokey stick to sort of work the moss into the cracks and things. So it worked out pretty well. Actually, Pumat Soul, I believe. You know what? I may have to switch to my good optimizers here, which means I gotta take off the damn hat for the moment. Just ball and socket joints. Sometimes they have a decent amount of metal. I don't think I can wear this. Shoot. Sorry, I'm gonna have to put the hat to the side. But the glasses aren't quite cutting it for the size of this guy's eyes, which are really hard to see. And actually, he only has one eye. I believe he's got a lens on that's covering his other eye. So, bonus, I only have to paint one eye. So I'm going to start with a bit of the polished bone. Figure out where the hell his eye is. I think it's right here. I'm just going to cover the whole socket and even go outside of the lines with the polished bone. Yeah, that is his eye. Yeah, I was going to say, I do, I found this technique. Oh my god, it's a dawn! Boo. Well, when you come back, I'll be on for 2 hours before we go to the ball, GM. Please come back and chat. You know I love to chat with you, Mr. Hexgrid Heroes, GM. But it's nice to see you. Alright, then I'm going to take some black. You could try to put a color in there. Actually, I believe what the suggestion was, you paint black, you paint the whole thing black, and if you want to put a color, you kind of dot a color in there. Basically what I do is I paint a black dot for the eye. I'm not into doing that. What do I want to have him looking? A lot of times, I've been trying to vary things up. But I think this time, I'm just going to have him looking straight on. There's only one eye, so it's not so bad. So I'm going to kind of just paint a dot. And once again, I mean, you can do various ways because you can put a line going through his eyeball. Pete the Hydrator! I'm so happy to see you! I also added a couple other things too. Unfortunately, I can't do the paint with the Halloween pirate hat, the one with this thing on my head. But I need to be able to see. These are better than my glasses. These are better than my glasses, so, and I want to see the eye, and the eye is really small. Oh, one other, so let's see, the next step that I like to do, that I just started doing on my minis, I'm so happy to see you, Pete, is I've been adding a little white dot to the eye color. It's almost a little easier because I want to go small. So I'm taking a really small brush. But it's long bristled, so the paint will hold its color pretty well. I'm going to add a little dot in here and pray it works okay. This is the scary part. If I don't like it though, I can just, I'm going to probably go around it with a little more black. That's why I do eyes first, to get them out of the way. I want it to be a small dot, so. Now, I know I painted over the lines. Oh no, not that. But hey, the way this works is you just keep painting over things to neaten them up. And I think that's what makes it so easy. Comparatively. I mean, it's still eyes. So I'm going to take a blue because the skin tone is going to be blue. And I think I need the pokey stick again. The pokey stick, that's really a multi-tool. I still don't understand it. It's going in. It's going in quite easy. Snicker, snicker. Here we go. He's got really pale blue gray skin, so I get tipped every time I flip and use the pokey stick by the Ball GM. I appreciate that. I'm going to draw a line on the outside of his eye, which is still, this eye is really hard to see. Oh no, 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 don't do that. I mean, you can go outside. It kind of squished in. I'm having some issues with my left hand, my left arm. So now's when I start doing some touching up. I know that's gonna dry. I'll make the white. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go back with a little bit of white in the front side there because it really kind of, it said it kind of splooshed, which also sounds good. Said you can just kind of go back and forth with things too. Get away, come on. Still gotta wait for that to dry. I'm going to do, I'm going to alter my paint a little bit. I'm going to basically put out, this is going to be my base tone. But I think I want to make it a little bit more gray. Yes, I'm throwing paint around, but it was capped already, so no. Come back here. I didn't spill any paint. Ha ha ha. I just dropped the bottle. Told you I'm having some issues with my left hand. I'm going to add a little bit of Tempest Gray into this to cut it back a little bit. It's a little bit bright. And when I said I looked at his skin tone, it is a bit blue-gray. Rather than straight blue. Yeah, he's lurking. Boo, but that's okay. You know what? I have to basically, I'm going to have to lurk on the Ball GM stream. Unfortunately. I will definitely leave it running. When I can pop in, I can't. Oh well. But I have things, unfortunately I got things to do too. Right, I'm going to see if I can... I'm going back in because I killed a little bit too much of the white in my eye. I'm going to add a little more, try to add a little more black in there. There we go. That looks much better. Okay. Then I'm going to go to my, we're going to see what this looks like, but I think this is going to be pretty good. Now I'm going to go over the face. But I'm going to try to leave a little bit of that darker blue as an outline. It's pretty subtle because this blue, it's pretty subtle, but that's fine. Then I'm going to paint the rest of it. I know I'm going to have to go over his nose with another color. And I really kind of, once again, I kind of don't care. I'm just painting over whatever. Because I'm going to go back over. Plus when it comes to beards and stuff, I'm going to sort of want to paint over the blue anyways. I'm trying to debate if those are gloves or I think these look like gauntlets to me and those look like his hands. I saw a paint job of this where they painted it all gloves, but I think I'm gonna paint it as his hands. Get his ears. So this stage I paint all the flesh with my base flesh tone. I'm actually really liking this color. I'm debating whether or not actually some of his eyes actually being seen under this. But I'm not going to have to paint the whole thing. Oh, that's not throwing. It's called shaking with paint to do all the time. Also brushes and minis. I do not mind working people, so be welcome to enjoy my beautiful monotone. Your voice is awesome. Of course, you know, I do dig an accent, so of course to you I have the accent. Oh Lord, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm pretty sure. This is like scary. I mean, I'm pretty sure that is part of his eye. I mean, I may be going into the blue areas already painted, but that's okay. That's okay. It's all gonna be fixed. I'm just happy to be back on like a Saturday and such. I had fun at my conventions, but see, that looks too far south, so I don't know. I'm just gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna use my dark color and I'm gonna paint underneath it. I'm gonna use a little bit of this darker color to shadow some things here. Then let me go back to my base coat. That could be part of his skin. I do really like these minis actually. I did paint one of them before for a commission. I did Avantika. And she was a blast to paint. This one looks a little less detailed than Avantika. She had quite a bit on her. Also, I didn't have to put them together. Okay. I think that's a decent start on his face. Oh yeah, that's right. What else is... I think the only other thing I'm gonna go with I'm gonna make these gauntlets and I'm gonna make his hands, his actual hands. And I think I may pick a different brush. This is good for like eyes and things, but I think I want something a little different. What do I want? Unfortunately, my workhorse brush is the one that's kind of dead. But honestly, I don't have to be precise, so I guess I could still use it. Seems like in some ways it's getting better the more I use it. It's not great though if you really want to paint precision stuff. Sadly, I may have to... right now I put an order in my friendly local game store to get me one, but no such luck. He said, and he even admitted that it's kind of spotty when they come in. So I may have to look at other sources. Although I really do like to support my local game store. Okay. There's all the blue skin. There's the first coat of blue skin. So then I'm going to paint. I'm going to go with this color. And I think once again, I might add some gray in that to cut it a bit. To make it more that blue-gray rather than... It's kind of a brighter blue. Really, I'm going to need the... I swear to God, I'm not doing this to just get Ball GM to do it, but apparently it's also stuck in this too. You know what happens when you don't clear these bottles? If you don't clear out the bottles and you just try to squish, you're going to get a hell of a lot more paint than you intended. There we go. Cleared. Let's see. Yeah, take a little rainy gray, which is slightly lighter than that Tempest gray I used. I'll use the tip. And I'm gonna mix that together. Maybe a little too much gray. Alright, that's not too bad. That's pretty good. That's why I have a toilet roll on my desk. I clean most of them after I'm done. Oh, well, yeah, sure. I mean, I've got, you know, the one thing is I always work with paper towels. Because when you rinse your brush off, I want to get all the excess water out. I want to be able to control the liquid content in my paints, not the other way around. Ooh, I do not want to use this brush though. No, we're not going to use the non-precise brush for this. No, we're going to use one of the ones that's more precise than that to paint the next layer. Might want to add just a little bit of my wash water. Wash water's not clean, but I find it doesn't seem to affect the color too much. Now I'm going to hit it with a thin layer of this. And I'm only going to hit the high spots. Like his cheeks. Back here by the eye. I definitely want to make sure I leave the darker blue line around his eyes. He looks so happy. Get into this cheek. Basically right now I'm just leaving the real recesses alone. Okay, now I'll go back to this.
Moist.
Who is that? Is that Gareth? Nope, that's Pete the Hydrator. I still appreciate it. You know, I have all these like channel point things. And sound effects. They're free to use. They're just for fun. I always appreciate when people use them. What time is it, by the way? Oh, I'm taking off that. Oh, I see the left hand of Halloween. Oh, that's right. No, I owe people painting time with my pirate hat. In fact, you know what? More candy. I'm starting to run out here. I am starting to run out. I have a lot of Starburst. I have Almond Joys, but I am not eating those. Nope. I'm bringing those downstairs because I won't eat them. And I also really don't like Snickers. And there's loose candy in here for some reason. We have a bunch of gamers now. I'm so glad it's working. A lot of the chocolates, I've got M&M's too, which is good. I have Kit Kats. Yeah, let's see. I ain't gonna go for the Starbursties. Alright, I'll put the pirate hat back on. Where did I put it? There it is. I have the Rosa hat. Thank you, thank you for the crab dance. That said, one of these days I'm gonna actually make a crab and I gotta paint a crab mini to have it dance on screen. There you go. So this water's not very clean. Oh, you can't see it. It's off screen. But it'll be fine. I am using my brush pad to mix it, but I'm using it very carefully. You don't ever want to get paint up in the ferrule, which is that middle part. Because if you do that, forget it. It'll kill your brush. So I'm going to go over his ears. Oh yeah, I should actually, instead of taking it, I actually eat the damn Halloween candy. By the way, we call it Starburst Roulette. I'm happy I got a strawberry and an orange. Ooh, let me see. Let's see what I got.
Gotta have more cowbell.
I'm sorry, okay? I did miss it. I kept meaning to go back and look too, because I knew you were posting something. I'm sorry, I'm not always observant. Ooh. No, it's good. Don't make me watch so I can eat again. I love, oh my god, that thing is awful. Your painting is good. It's fantastic. But that mini is awful. Look at the crazy colors you did in here. That looks amazing. I also really love the green with the brown shadowing. But this mini, that thing is not right. Oh my god, but where, alright, Ball Jam, give a shout out to whoever, what did this come from? I'm in friggin' love with that. And I said, I really do love the colors, the way you did them. Shanur! Hi, Shanur. We're looking at the Ball GM's. This is one of his minis. What that is not a normal jailer. It's the jailer from Bastardium Miniatures, a 3D print. Oh, cool. It is cool. Well, all right. It is I get now. Okay, I see it. There's the jail. Although, I mean, you could be talking about the jailer from WoW. I don't think it looks like that, but I love it. I love it. And said, I love your use of color, especially in here. That is a fun mini to paint. All right. How are you, Shanur? I hope everything's good. I'm painting Pumat Soul. I have a Halloween candy thing, so basically every 15 minutes people can have me eat Halloween candy, and you can also have me like wear a pirate hat when I paint. My crazy awesome viewers demanded I leave the pirate hat in there. The candy stays until we get rid of all of it. When I'm done with the cauldron, there's more candy. Once again, I'm trying to hit the higher spots and make sure I leave his fingers, little cracks in between his fingies, as Michael Mortar would say, because I love the fact that he calls them fingies. If I don't feel like it's enough, I can always go back in on my dark blue color and paint that in there. I think that's pretty good. The hat stays on until the hat is staying on for another 3 minutes unless somebody. It's all channel points. It's all free. It's just your channel points. I'm gonna put on my highlight color, which is this aquamarine blue. All colors by Reaper, because I have so many other paints right now. I do, like I said, I do have a bunch of GW paints, but I've been using them on GW stuff. I'm debating when I want to grade this out too. If I grade this out though, I'll have I have an extremely pale gray handy right now, but what I'll do is I'll gray it out. I'm going to add some white to it too. Because I want this really light. What did I do with my white? Oh, white. Okay. My white is right here. When you're mixing colors, try to put it off a little bit to the side, so if you blop too much in, you always want to add just little pieces of color, little by little, and slowly work it up to the color you want. Because you can always go too far. I've gone too far. Apparently I need all of it. I try to squish out this brush a bit. I do actually have, let's see, I do have some water in it too. Let me add a little drop of water into this to keep it thin. Whoa, I may have made it too well. We'll see. You want it thin, especially when you're layering. As I said, I'm just happy to. This is not the brush I want to use. I'm just happy to be back on a Saturday. My convention was a lot of fun. I played a lot of Pathfinder 2. I saw several friends up there, so that was good. I also we had like an escape room type thing too. How do you do an escape room at a con? Well, you bring a trunk that you have to break into. So we technically, unfortunately, did not finish in time. But we were really close. And I blame the box. One of the boxes that had an early clue in it, well, we couldn't get into it because it was defective. The guy who ran the game was a friend of mine. He basically tried to open it and it took him about 2 minutes to open it, of hitting. It's one of these ones where you have to pop the spine out and there's a pin in it, but it wouldn't open. So that was not fair. So I say we still succeeded. There we go. Just checking to see if there's anything I want to go over with some darker colors. Nope, I think that looks pretty good. So that's basically the skin tone on this guy. I got his ears. That's the eye and his skin tones, and I gotta do some lips. Color a blue. And so I said, I'm actually literally using a picture of Matt Mercer playing Pumat Soul to do this mini, which is now buried under everybody's Twitter things. Oh yeah, let's see. So his lips are actually like, they're a blue. I don't think I have the blue out. In fact, I hope I could find a blue that works for that. It's a really desert blue. It's almost a purple blue. I think something like this would look nice. By the way, before the end of this session, my entire desk is going to be covered in paint bottles. That's not a bad brush, but I want to use the really good detailed brush I got. Oh yeah, I'm taking off the pirate hat. It's time. All right, now. Actually, I'm going to switch this for my... I don't know why I'm having such a hard time seeing this. Maybe my eyes have gotten worse. What's my... Okay, I haven't moved anywhere. Where did my thingy go? Oh, there it is. I don't know if the details are just smaller on this thing or what, but... Just debating whether or not I like it or not. I think so. He's supposed to look like he's smiling with his mouth closed. I'm going to take a little bit and I'm going to lighten it a little bit. See if I can just clip the top of his lip. It's so small! It is a really small lip. Actually, I'm going to see if I can just sort of leave his bottom lip. I'm trying to debate on some looks on this, because Also thinking about glazing this color. I actually kind of like it. A more purple Pumat. I think it made it a little too light. Okay, Shiner. Well, I'll be here when you get back. Since you're not eating. Faces is something that I personally want to try to get better at. Actually, yeah, maybe we'll just leave that. That looks okay. I do really like this color though. I'm going to take a little bit of this purple. God damn it. Ow! As I said, I'm having trouble with my left shoulder, and I just friggin' twerked it the wrong way. Ow. I'll be okay. Don't mind me. Okay, I'm gonna get some water. I'm just gonna... He is a little more purple than I think I had him. So I'm gonna, I said, I'm basically kind of glazing a little bit of this color over there. Just to shift it a hair. Feel free. Rathmore TV! Hello! How are you doing today? I'm doing great like always. Yeah. That sucked. You can see I'm painting Pumat Soul from Critical Role because they just started Campaign 3 and I don't have any Campaign 3 minis. So I was like, I'll pick one of Matt Mercer's signature characters and I'll paint that. You have probably more productive than mine. Although mine will get more productive once I hop off stream. And I would say right now it's pretty productive. Because I'm getting stuff done. There we go. So what'd you do? Okay. Knocked out some chores, so I played D&D with it. Oh! Now, you playing or running a game for your 7-year-old? That's awesome, by the way. I'm gonna add a little bit. You're DMing? Oh my god, that is the best when you DM your kids. Way to encourage them into the hobby. I'm gonna bring this back a bit. It's a good shade, but I want some of my highlights to still be there. I'm teaching her how to play because nerd family, of course. That's, you know, how do we get more nerds, you know, out there? And it totally works. I mean, kids definitely are, especially when they're young, they definitely think what daddy and mom does can be pretty cool, so. I'm still playing with his lips. Okay, I think that works. No, I'll be playing D&D tonight, and I'll also be playing Vampire. So when I get off the stream, actually, I'm gonna be putting some minis away because I still have my stuff that it's still packed from the con, from the AAC from a couple weeks ago. I haven't had time to put it away yet. And then I also have Thanksgiving decorations I need to throw out or put out. And what's funny though is when I actually came home from work on Thursday, because Veterans Day, my place doesn't have it off, but my husband was off, so I was like, you know what, I have to burn a half day. So I decided it wasn't busy, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go burn a half day. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And one other thing, so yeah, actually I came home and we put our Christmas lights out. Now we are not turning them on. We don't do that till Black Friday. But we wanted to do it when the weather was nice and we weren't going to freeze to death outside. So we've decided now the first, decent day in November that we can, put them out. We will. I have a neighbor though that put them out and he did turn them on. Although he's got a lot more, if I recall, to put out. So who knows? Alright, so I guess that pretty much finishes his face. He's got, actually it doesn't, because I got to do his nose. His nose is sort of kind of a deep red. Out of all things. Let's see what I got. Chum red probably is pretty good. It also looks like he's got some gold on there, but that could be the light. He's also got eyebrows. I'm going to have to try to see if I can figure out. I don't paint a lot of eyebrows. So. Basically, I'm basing the Pumat paint job off the Matt Mercer cosplay of him. At least on the comes to the face. Obviously, when it comes to the clothes, I mean, I'll go with green and gold, but there's like details on these clothes that probably paint them gold. There we go. It does sort of look like, I do want to sort of put a highlight, and it is sort of a goldish tone to it. I don't want to put shiny on him, even if there was on the thing. I said, I'm looking at a picture of him. I'm apparently going to mix this paint up. I'm using this Torchlight. It's a pretty nice gold paint. Gold yellow, not shiny gold. Metallic gold. That's it. I don't want metallic gold, although, you know, for magical Furbolg that he is, I can almost see there being some sparklies in him. Now, so this is not too diversion of color. I'm going to add a little bit of the red back into it. I may have to add a little more yellow. I kind of figured the red's going to be a bit of a powerful color. Here we go. Just gonna put a little bit of a highlight across his nose. And I painted, mixed all that color. And oops. And that's all I'm going to use. Just a little tiny amount. Yeah, a little more. So now, what do people think? Am I in the right spot? I'm like actually looking at the picture, not my mini. Here, let me do this. So we can actually see his face. Maybe I gotta get closer. There we go. Can't see the eye real well. Don't worry, there will be photographs of this. Yeah, it's not, yeah, I don't have it focused in the right spot, and I don't want to do autofocus when it comes to this. There will be pictures, and we'll put them on Twitter and such so people can see. Alright, next thing I think I'm going to do, what time is it? It's 1:36, so I got about an hour left. Alright, cool. So, because I'm using a handle, I could do his hair actually. And his hair is like brown. I think his hair would be a more magical color, but it is brown. It may, for all I know, it may have been his hair. But it's very curly, so I don't know. Alright, so what have I got for brands here? How about if I put some of this paint away too? through there. Let's see. Wait, did he pick the right one? No, I didn't. Doesn't go in there. And don't mind me while I put stuff away. There's no green in that one, or brown. Let's see. There's a brown. Well, actually, maybe Mwangi brown is not a bad. It's an idea, but I'm gonna have to look through my brown, see what I can figure out what looks good for that. Oh, getting old. Yeah, I got a bunch of these Reaper boxes that I store my paint in. And we throw these, put these away. It's definitely brown. It's almost like I look at the beard they put on his face. It's almost a greenish brown. I don't think I want to do that though. I mean, it could. I got rotting wood, which is kind of a greenish brown, which actually doesn't look bad for his hair color. It's definitely cooler, not warmer. I know this is tricky. Actually, let me see. That's stone. I don't want gray. I want brown. This is one of those colors. It's kind of tough to figure out what it is. Gel tip. Wait, before the zoo. Oh wait, you're still in. Wait, when are you? That's right. You're coming back this weekend. Like tomorrow. How's Mass? Mass is good. Mass was very freaking. Yeah, you need to come back and join the rest of us massholes. It was very wet though yesterday. Oh my god, actually. Rathmore, did you run into any, did you have any flooding issues yesterday? Because, my lord, it rained. And it rained, and it rained, and rained, and rained. I actually have pictures of, oh, I don't have them anywhere handy. I actually have pictures of my workplace where we had to drive around the lake that was our parking lot yesterday. But there was also a rainbow on my way home, too, so there's that. I'm so debating what the problem. There was some roads that were flooded in the neighborhood. I know Lowell had some. Yeah, that doesn't shock me that Lowell had some significant flooding problems. Especially if if the friggin' Merrimack River gets too high, then you really have some significant flooding problems. I think I'm going to take this wood stain brown. Pumat's a creature of nature, right? I mean, furbolgs are kind of naturey. Start with this. I don't know. I didn't keep track. I mean, we didn't get a ton. We got a lot yesterday. Actually, I think we are supposed to have showers tonight according to the forecast. But well, seriously, my parking lot, actually, it's not technically the parking lot. The parking lot is on the back of our building, and that's fine. It's when you get to the side of the building on your way out of town, that on the way out of my workplace, that the rain just comes down and it settles in by the building. So it was deep. Somebody, I don't know who it was, I have suspicions on who it was. They took their car, turned it on, put the flashers on, and put a sign on the back with an arrow that says, "Go this way," to tell everybody to just go way to the right. If you stay way to the right, it's higher there, so it still was wet. I mean, there was still water, but it wasn't quite as bad. So, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I hope not. I hope it's not too bad, Gel Tip. You know, since there's a couple of you guys here, I will message you on Discord, but one of the things I have coming up, other than that, the mini painting party, which is next Sunday. I'm excited as I start putting... Let's see. I'm going to go back to my glasses, see if I can do that. It's got a lot of details, and for some reason I can't see them real well with these glasses. And maybe my eyesight suddenly got a lot worse in the last 2 weeks. But I digress. But anyways, one thing I did today was my hubby and I, we run we have an annual Christmas party. It's funny, when I was a little kid, I said, "Mom, I want to have a Christmas party. Why don't we ever do Christmas parties? Because they're a lot of work." So I said, when I grew up, I was going to have a Christmas party. We've had one every year. It's also an open house, so people can drop by. But you know, I will message you guys if you want, since you're not on my Facebook, so I can't really invite you there. Although if you're at the painting party, maybe I'll bring invites next week. But you guys, since you're in the area, should come and visit me at my Christmas party or open house. It's on the 11th of December. So guess what? There will not be a stream that day. Because I will be too busy hosting. Okay, so this is all part of his beard. And I'm going to go over. There's the band for the thing on his head. I'm just going to go over for now. When I paint that, I will repaint it over. Alright, so I got the same thing. I think it goes right here. And his beard only goes around the bottom of his face. He's got no mustache. There we go. I can't wait to get back and start streaming you using that new equipment and paints. But anyways, I'm just giving you guys a heads up about the date. Time is anytime afternoon. I think I put noon. Normally we were having it 1. Oh well, it's noon this year. I think I'm having a drinking problem. My drink is like leaking out of my thing or something. As I said, I will get pictures of this guy to put up. I mean, I usually try to get current pictures to put up before I stream. think I killed most of his lips. I'm gonna have to take a look. This thing says it's got a lot of little small details that I need like this. I may go back over that. Really? You're gonna ask me what my favorite Msp color is? Quite honestly, I don't really have one. I like the paints. I mean, anything that's got purple. Yeah, because purple's my favorite color. But I don't really have a favorite Msp color. I just really like the paint line. But I don't have a favorite color per se. Other than I'll say purple. Any purple. Because it's purple. I went too high. Those are good. Said the colors are. I mean, are great because they're very functional. Get it. The dark color's good. I got a few yellows. As I said, basically what I have is I have a paint rack, which you guys can't see, right over here, of all like the special paints for the fast palettes and conventions and things like that. And then I've got 3 boxes filled with MSP paints. And a lot of the colors that actually came in these boxes are in there. But they always never quite fill them up, and you have an extra few spots, so... I went a little nuts here with that. Trying to redo the lip. So I'm gonna have to touch that up. There we go. I mean, the yellows are, I mean, a lot of the yellows I find don't, like, they're good yellows, but keep in mind when they're not the most opaque colors. They're fairly translucent. So, well, that's why I have my backpack, that Blizzard backpack that I carry around. That's sort of my portable setup. And I have my, I have one of these. This is a relic from college, although the stickers are all fairly recent. Then I have an art bin. If I can grab it. I have one of these. I mean, it's great. Color, the paints fit in there nice. I can put the brushes in there, and so it's a good. Let's see if I don't know if it's high enough. I'm gonna kill myself. Of course, it's my left arm they're having issues with. There we go. Woo, there we go. That's what it looks like. I find I like this to carry my paints in. And you know, I can always stick the minis I'm working on in there. I haven't figured out what I'm even going to bring next week. It'll be something for fun. It will not be a Space Marine that I'm doing a commission. It will be something that, might be something that I want to finish up. Your yellow what is it like? Is that like a tackle box? Alright, I'm just like, what do I want to do for highlight tones? It's sort of yellowish. Maybe I'll pull out the blonde tones. Actually, maybe I'll try like this, believe it or not, this wood triad. Tackle boxes are great. They're actually really good for carrying around stuff, but I feel like my art bin is a lot smaller. It's smaller than a lot of those tackle boxes. They can be a bit unwieldy. Apparently I need the friggin' pokey tool again. I swear to God, I said I'm not trying to use the pokey tool in every paint, but I'm still not understanding why some of these paints aren't coming out either. I'm gonna do that and add a little bit of that yellow that I was using into it. Because looking at the highlights in the picture I'm going by, they are definitely sort of towards the blondes. You know, it said, Ball GM, seriously, I've used the stupid tool so many times. I swear to God, it is not to get you to do bits. I'm glad you enjoy the pokey tool, though. I like it, too. I said, it's great because, I mean, to me, it's not a bad little sculpting tool. The metal doesn't stick to the green stuff that well, so I can kind of mush things around. So I'm going to go over and highlight all these pieces of hair. Definitely want to leave some shadow in there. So this is a little drifter brown with some of that lantern yellow in it, or torchlight yellow. Torchlight yellow. All colors I'm painting on this are Reaper colors, so I really like their paint. I'll tell you one other thing, it feels nice painting a hero. I like the Space Marines and such, but it's nice to actually just paint something like this, a fantasy hero. What do you say? It's a great Swiss Army knife tool for painters. Oh wait, where did I miss? Oh yeah, it kind of is. It's a great Swiss Army knife tool for painters and sculptors, and I love it too. See, as I said, it's for a lot more than just unclogging your paint bottles. And I did find it really helpful for shoving the terrainy bits around I was putting on my obsidian crypt. God, I'm really hunched over here. Alright, let's see. So now I'm going to do his beard. And so don't mind me. There's a lot of little fiddly work in this. Oh, let's see, I'm thinking of painting minis using only one paint line for each of them. That's an interesting idea. Do squad back Templars with GW, MH. What's MH? Shoot, what is MH? I should know that. Msp Army Painter. Msp is Reaper, Army Painter, and TD. Looking for scale 75 soon. Hi, Shanur. Oh, Monument Hobbies. Oh, I don't know their paint. I know a lot of other ones. I know GW. I know, of course, MSP. I know Army Painter. TD. What's TD? What about PP for Privateer Press? Oh, Turbidor. Yeah. As I said, and I know you can get them up in my neck of the woods. All right, I want to put back some darkness into this. I'm gonna assume that was Pete the Hydrator because he loves that sound effect. So I'm happy he uses my sound effects. I'm like almost holding my breath here to do this. So one interesting thing about hair. What? Well, you know, I'm shipping it. You could ship it across country. I'll give you my address. I'm kidding, by the way. That would be, I was going to say, you don't have to give me anything for Christmas. I just want you to hang out at my paint club, that's all. This too, because although I realize I miss now Big Jim Slade gaming. So one other thing about hair that I was told was that you really should bring it to white. Hair is shiny, so it should be shiny. So it should be very, very light or white. It should be the final highlight. I'm going to actually take some more of that polished bone they use for the eyes. I'm going to debate whether or not it's light enough. I also was given the advice there that think of miniatures as like actors on a stage. Why, you know, when you think about actors on stage, they really, you know, amp up the makeup. So you can see them from the back row of the auditorium to the back of the stage. So that's why they really go nuts and trying to, you know, with heavy eyeliner and things like that. So minis are very much the same thing. So if you think that something may be a little bit too much, it's probably not. So now I'm not going to highlight all of this. I'm going to highlight the stuff that tends to be on the top of the head. Because that's where I like to have, usually I'm like a lot of other painters, my light is coming from the top. I'm not going to try to totally cover it either. What was that for, Chanur? Also trying to make sure I hit just the tops of things too. You definitely need... I like gnomes too. I can tell Pete the Hydrator visited Michael Mortar's stream at some point. And probably Michelle gifted him a sub during a hype train. I need to pop on his stream more. It's just been, work has been work. people can see this. I'm off stream. Why are we hyping? Because I'm off stream. Of course, I find there's a lot of hype this time of year because I love the holidays. I love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas. You notice as I get further down, I'm just sort of hitting the tops of these rather than the whole thing. Once again, it's a little nerve-wracking because I'm trying to be really specific on my paint placement. Yeah, break out all your emotes. You're hyped about the painting. If hyped about the painting I'm doing in the coming D&D game, I would totally be hyped about D&D. I always am. Trouble! Oh my god, it's trouble. We're all in trouble now. How are you, Trouble? Or in trouble? I think everybody just calls you Trouble. How was the move? I think you've mentioned it. How's the move going? Because I know you moved. Did you get everything unpacked yet? Or did you get the important thing unpacked? Did you get your mini paints unpacked? Needs a little highlight on his beard. We're gonna just try to do the tops of things. Alright, that's good. I feel like I've been away from you all. It's like, because I did, because I went to a convention, so, or I've been to 2 conventions in 2 weeks. So it's like, I was definitely away on a couple of weekends, and I feel like I've been rather inactive on things. Like the Pirate Club Discord, Michael Mortar's Discord. I like it, but I feel like it's a little too much. This beard does not have a lot of running room here. In other words, there's not a lot of room between for highlights, and otherwise before the highlights start looks like it's taking over. So I'm sort of trying to darken it up a little on the lower parts. There we go. That looks better. Zoo time! So time for me to head out. Probably be in Power Cubs playing on Monday. You know, it's been really quiet in there for some reason. I went there and there was like 2 people, so I was listening to a stream, so I ended up listening to that instead. I'm not near done unpacking, but the streaming setup is complete. Well, there you go. That's the important part. And I have located my legs. That's right, your legs for the Dragon Lich. So I continue with him tomorrow. Oh, you know what? I'm a friggin' idiot. Let's see. Who here we got? Let's do some shout-outs. Because I'm an idiot. And people can shout out each other too, by the way. Let's see. So right after this stream, I go raid the Bald GM. I love his stream, although today I have to do some stuff, so I'll be lurking. Let's see, of course, as Trouble mentioned, Trouble will be streaming tomorrow. And you know, honestly, I've got to pop on your friggin' stream. I've got to do it. Right now, though, when I'm working, half time when I'm working, sometimes it's like I just need to work and I can't friggin' pop on streams. Gel Tip, of course. He's a streamer. He's an awesome painter, too. Yeah, I know. I don't... It's, you know what? By the way, if I pop in, it's not just for the giveaway. It's because I want to friggin' visit. What time is your stream tomorrow, Trouble? Oh, wait. On the 28th. Which is Thanksgiving weekend. We'll see. Thanksgiving weekend tends to be busy for me. But what time of the day is it? Tell everybody here. I by the way, feel free to shout yourselves out. Feel free to tell me what you're doing in your streams. It's on Sundays, 12 to 3:30 Central Time. Well, you know, I could catch part of it probably, depending on what happens. I also have a bi-weekly pirate Pathfinder game that we do on Sundays, but not every Sundays. It's a bi-weekly game. Tuesday and Thursday, it's 4 to... I could do 4... Well, that's one thing. I could do 4 to 5 Essential, because that, I believe, is my 3 to 4. Because I am an hour ahead of you. Oh, wait. I'm an hour... Yeah, I'm an hour... Shoot, no, that's the wrong direction. I'm like an hour. Usually I'm having dinner at that point. I have to spend some time with hubby. I work until 4 o'clock Eastern. So that is like, yeah, 3 o'clock for you. I'm going to take a little bright white. Where's my pure white? I got a bunch of paints here. I'm going to take a little pure, yeah, 3 your time. Yeah, exactly, 3 your time. Yeah, you think I would know that transition between Eastern and Central, since I deal with it all the time. I haven't played WoW in a while. I still have a sub there, but I haven't played in a while, and you know. And I'm on a Central Time Zone server, so you think I would have that memorized. I'm just going to add a little pure white to some of this. Just on the top of his head. Oh, Pete the Hydrator's, let's see, work phones for customer servicing week. I'm getting super time converted. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you will. That makes, so much sense. I think Pete the Hydrator's, I think his, keyboard is possessed, to be honest. Well, that worked. Yeah, the hydration button should be working. Actually, I may do this. I may go over with a little bit more white. I'm looking at it thinking, it's not quite blended where I'd like it to be. So instead of glazing a little color over it, and then I'll add a little white. Looks like a cat or kid has control of a keyboard. What? What do you mean hydrate's out of stock? It shouldn't be. What did you do? Right, let me look up Cloudbot. What's Cloudbot doing? Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. It's not Cloudbot. It's under Twitch. It's under creative dashboard. What are you doing? Honestly, there's been some stuff going on with my... Where are the rewards? Where are the rewards? Rewards. Channel points. Let me just check. Maybe it is. Maybe it was used within 15 minutes and I missed it. Which, you know, honestly. No, it shouldn't have any limits. I have 100 redemptions a stream. You could not possibly get there. It may be on cooldown. Alright, well, you know what? Oh, it's 37. Fine. I will tell you hydrate just because for Pete. I must have missed one. Oh, it's up, Pete. It's up. I said it's entirely possible I missed it.
Moist.
Look at that. I like that. That was a tag. That's a tag team right there. There you go. Alright, now I'm going to add some more. Go back to adding some white to his hair. Now that I've like blended it in a little better. Taking that advice from ReaperCon to bump my highlights up to white. Because hair is shiny. It's going to be kind of sporadic. There's some white. That'll make those ReaperCon people happy. Alright, that should take care of his hair. That's it. Sorry, I know this is not the best camera in the world. And the details in this are really small, so I'll make sure I get pictures set and I'll post them. Maybe what I'll do is I'll post them up and then I'll try to get it back on. I'll use my own control panel. Oh, by the way, Trouble, if you're still around, I am link friendly. So if you're working on anything and you want to share it with everybody, absolutely. Please link stuff. Let's see. Okay, Pumat. So he's got like a brown leather. So he's got like a brown leather headband to hold his eyepiece on. Because one thing is, I'm really sad you can't see it. I'm really happy with the eye on this guy. I'm really happy with the way it came out. Alright, so I'm looking for leather here. Oh, I see a link. See, I'm now actually sort of paying attention. Oh, I know that, Minnie. It's a little blurry. It's a little blurry, by the way, but we should be able to get it. You know what's funny? The way you're painting it, it looks a lot like the way I did it. The lava, that lava effect, where, yeah, you paint it bright yellow in the middle. Hang on, I'm going to get up so everybody knows what I'm talking about here. I painted... They're very similar. It's very similar. I think you went... I'm going to go get it. Because I believe they're sitting in... Yeah, they're right over there. Alright, let me grab... It's the one that's sitting... Oh no, I did go that dark. So yeah, here's mine. And I will tell you, great minds do think alike. You also, it's nice of you to post up the one that wasn't, Oh no, it is. Never mind. As because the one isn't as anatomically, or as obviously is anatomically correct. Good thing you took it from that side, because then we couldn't show it. But we do think alike. Although I think, looks like I gotta touch it up. Boo. Yeah, I didn't have that try. I have the I bought the fire reds, like the the red palette, that fast palette. Well, this puppy anatomy, I don't think is puppy anatomy. That's a rather large, he's got a rather large schlong. That those two. If you look at the other two, I'll bet you got in the same spot, didn't you? All right, I'll go back to that. But I like it. I really like it, and that is a really effective. That's a really effective use of that lava technique. It looks good. So, as I said, I love seeing what everybody else does out there. If you look at the front side of that, it's not puppy anatomy. You know, it's funny how the sculptors do that from time to time. They put in proper anatomy of some of the dog, especially the food dog comes to mind. But I didn't realize it was on those till I started painting, and I was like, oh my! He's got a big wiener. Oh my god, I only got 10 minutes, and then we get to go visit the bald GM, who will be working on something. You still here, Baldy? I love Baldy. I call that all the time. We had a discussion in my stream regarding how you always see male hellhounds but never You know, you're not wrong, are you? Maybe they are only male. I mean, they're kind of like magical conjured creatures. So I guess they could just all be male. I'll use the leather brown. I know! What the hell? What are you working on, Baldy? Yeah, it says it's 2:19, so I'm pretty sure that means it's 10 minutes until your stream. That morphed in... Oh my god, I'm not sure... I'm not sure I want to have that discussion. I mean... Also depends on the demon. It said they could be like 40k orcs. Maybe they just kind of materialize. Alright, I'm going to try to do his strap here. I realized something too. I didn't do eyebrows. Just gonna touch that up. Oh, you are gonna work on that. By the way, I clicked that one. I put it up, but yeah, the jailer. That thing is really cool. It's kind of not right at the same time, but it's also really cool. God, this music has the feel of like an 80s cop show soundtrack. I'm a child of the 80s. Well, I was born in the 70s. I was born at the beginning of the 70s, but I became a teenager in the 80s. There we go. We should see if I can sketch in. Although, it's a little problematic. His eyebrows probably be covered under that strap. This one. Ugh, you know, they're covered in this drop. I'm looking at that. There's just no room. Because to me, that's his eye. That to me is his eyelid right there, and it'd be above it, so. I'm going with it's covered. Pretty happy with this face, though. As I said, I will get pictures out there. And again, before I stream, I put a post out on Twitter and on my Facebook page. All the links are there if you want to follow me. I haven't been posting as much up because I haven't been doing my daily paint like I was. I've decided that I've got to really focus on the commission work. It's getting too much. I'm getting too much in and not enough out. So, that's what happens when you have a full-time job. Although I would love to retire right now. I mean, who wouldn't? But I'd love to retire right now. Oh, I don't have that command. But everything is right on my panel. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I do have... hang on. They're right on my front page here, though, which is why I don't think I put one there. Does Cloudbot has a timer, I think. Let's see. Commands. Do I have anything? I can do Twitter. Cause Twitter, oh, I put the whole thing in there, stupid. Did I really put that in the phrase? This is how technologically inept I am. Silly thing. Fine, I'm just gonna get rid of that. I don't know why I had that. Honestly, I'm like so lame when it comes to the Instagram one. I like don't post nearly enough. I will see you. Well, we'll see you in like 5 minutes. Oh my God, 5 minutes. Oh, that's a cool emote that actually spins. God, alright, so I got 5 minutes left. I think that's pretty good for today. That's decent progress. I got his face hair and the strap started. As I said, check it out. I'll post mostly on Twitter these days. When I get stuff done. Although right now I don't have, as I said, I've got these guys I'm working on. For those of you who weren't here earlier, I'm working on a bunch of Blood Raven Space Marines. These are for commission. Basically, I have an army. I've got a 40-piece army of these. Then I've got, well, Necrons that I'm waiting for. So I don't really technically have those. I have 2 Hero Forge minis that I gotta do. And I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, and I got some more Eldar to finish up. That's all on my commission plate. So you get the feeling that right now I'm really actually kind of busy. So I really should focus on these things that people are throwing money at me to do. So as for this week, let's see. Since I'm wrapping it up, this week we'll continue to work on him, and I'll get into the clothes and details and such. The next stream is Monday night at, what time is it? 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And I also am on Wednesdays at 8:30. At all times Eastern, all times PM. This one I'm working on. I do not have, this week is my off week from the campaign I'm on M-Hobo Wink on Twitch. But I'm in a D&D Call of Cthulhu campaign. At least this week I wasn't the one the dice hated so much. I actually didn't pick up any more insanities, so that's good. But basically, yeah, if we do that bi-weekly, and this is the off week. Although I may end up showing up because one of my characters on the Thursday game that I'm not involved in has been dragged into it. And I'm telling the GM, you need to let me play. Because it's bad. So, anyways, let's see, 3 more minutes to vamp until Ball GM comes on. I'm so happy you guys joined me today, and thanks for the bits. Of course, that was Ball GM. Who really, for some reason, loves the Pokey Stick. Thank you all for your links. I really enjoy seeing your work, and I totally mean that. Is he? It hasn't popped in for me yet. So, I'll have to. Yeah, stay tuned. We're rating Ball GM. I highly recommend that you hang out and hang out with him. He is really, really cool, and he's a good painter. And I enjoy it. Unfortunately, I said I'm going to end up having to raid and run. Why is he not showing up? All right, I'm going to refresh my stream. No, I actually thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate you guys for being here. I enjoy streaming a lot. At least I get my work done. So, all right, he is on. Okay, great. Thank you for letting me know, by the way. So let's go. He's on a little early. So it may be the, who knows what's going to happen. It may be a starting screen. That's it, yeah. He's got like another minute. But you know what? We'll go there. And have a great day, everyone. Hopefully I'll see you on Monday. I'm sorry if you're overseas. I probably won't see you on Monday because you have enough sense to sleep. So, come on. Go. Let's go rating. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And that's it. Hope I'll see you on Monday. Okay, that wasn't...
On you all with my other drink. Thank you for the raid, Carol, and thank you for a great stream. Loved it. I see Chinoa. Raid, yes. Uses touch. Welcome. Goblin buddies, yes. Trouble. It should make it possible. I'll be right back for being a little bit easier way to see people who are watching. But yeah, well, that's me. He brought the trouble. Yeah, well, this is trouble. I think, as I saw in your chat, trouble that I have no problems with. So, and gel tip, thank you for following. I saw that just before I started the stream. Thank you. That's how I start my stream, with a little sip of coffee. And yeah, well, painting, more or less. And I am shouting, sorry, had a bit of a rough week. No, not a rough week, but a strange week. So I decided to take a break from my and Suitseeker Hey, you will be lurking. Before you do that, one thing. Look what I have here. Here she is.
Oh, she's cool.
And she's a biggie. Your new bust. I'll prime it next week, and then it's coming your way. By the way, that's indeed a cool bust. Cool bust. It's Lily One Shoe, I believe. Did I write that down? No, only the Lily bust. It's from Loot Studios. And now I have printed it. I like it so much. It's my printing is running again. I'm printing her for myself too. So when we have finished them, we can compare the whole. We can compare how they look. So that's that. I also have another one that I 3D printed. Let's see. Still later. Yes, still later. No, oh, there we are. This is a little Cobalt Mini. Oh, we can go closer like that. Look, it's a little bit of a strange color right now, but that's because I used not gray resin for it to print, but I used more reddish color. And white does not take very well over it, and I had no time to airbrush, so I started with a nice dark yellowish color. But this is Albertus Philthamius, and I will be playing this little dude later on this evening. So for everybody who is watching right now, normally I'm painting 2 hours straight. But today I will stop an hour early, so in about an hour I will
happy
finish
with
my
that.
stream, because I am going to play Dungeons and Dragons with a whole bunch of fellow goblins. He's cool, thank you, yeah. I've been working on that dude for thinking about him for over a year. He's a little bit crazy. Yeah, well, that's one of my favorite things about who else is playing. Scorpla is DMing.
That figures.
Michael is in there. Oh wait, I can probably wait. We have Discord open. Let's see. Oh, here can I? Let's see. Who is else in there? Oh yeah, there's always those names. Gareth is playing. Mr. Simpson, Wick.
Oh, I see. It didn't invite me. I see how it is. I've already had too many games.
Wanted to play this. He's not to be able to. Whoever else? Michael Scorpla, Renegade Shank. We have quite a big group. So I believe 6 or 7 players. Sorry. So that should be a bit of fun. Hey, hello, oh, stop. Why are you still bothering me? Out.
Okay, I'm just trying to quickly do this.
So that's the really fun.
No, QQ.
The Cobalt. I see. I wasn't invited. Ooh, no, seriously. I already have too many games already. Yeah, well, it's only one time a month, luckily. Because otherwise I would not also. I also have the trouble finding the time, even especially because of work. So we agreed on that agreed. They wanted to play now because otherwise Gareth has some trouble with it, and some other players. So I will once a month I will shorten my Saturday stream to play. Well, his official name is Gooblon.
Yeah,
But,
this is the one.
well, it means in Draconic it means filth. That's his real name. So he adapted the name Albertus Filthenius because he is a cleric of the Great Moog. Yeah, you never heard of him? No. And have you ever seen a cleric who does eldritch blasts and hexes? Yes, he's a little bit kooky. And he thinks he is a cleric, but he is indeed a warlock. Only his Bible is some kind of diary, Bible-y book thingy, and has done something with his mind. So I'm oh, and, yeah, well, I mean, I have a little bit of stuff here to get me into his mind. I'm not going to I'm not going to drink that here on stream, but later on. And please load up whatever type of Goblin Michael is playing into a catapult. Well, he's a little bit, well, bigger maybe not, but at least a little bit sturdier. He's playing Dwarf Ranger. So, and Gareth is a Dwarf Cleric. And the rest I have not, I have seen, but I do not remember because we are playing on the Roll20. Never worked with that before, so that should also be fun. Just this afternoon I looked at a few videos on YouTube for the noobs for Roll20. So it probably is going really good. And for those who haven't seen it yet, and not all of it, I am painting, trying to get some paint. Oh, a little zoom out again. There we are. A little bit lower up. There we are. This is the jailer, and you can see why. He has a nice belly. Looks a little bit like mine, only yeah, his one is a little bit more heated and more sturdy. But he has, of course, some legs we need to work on. Also a lot of stuff going on. And of course he has a base that I started this week. So he's going to, there his left foot is still on there. So this is his little pool of blood and flesh where he is standing on. This one is in fact finished. Maybe I'll add a little bit more white to the skeletons. And oh, one of the nicest parts, the little whip he is carrying. So this is really a model that you just should paint up, put in your showcase and never touch again. Because it has already been broken 3 times. But good, I have already painted quite of his face, his back. I have made some color choices for the cloth he is wearing. And well, not choices, but just to see how it all looks. And it looks all not what I want. The pink does look quite good, but that's probably because I also used some of the same pink in his mouth and here on his flesh. So that's combination sometimes that does work, but I still have time to work that out. So I am now going to try to paint some of his his bones, his crown. He looks a little bit like a bald guy with all his hair standing out. And his few nice and crooked teeth. And normally I did have no problem with choosing I always start with a darker brown. But those colors were all Games Workshop paints. So now I had to start searching for a nice one, and I could not find one in my scale color paints. They have a few browns, but not really what I wanted.
Okay,
So
I
I
think this is
decided
done.
to
Oh, it's
use one of
done,
my
but
new
not
ones,
quite done.
Oxide Brown, which is also very good for, indeed, painting very nice rust. I will be going
Oh, I've got enough stuff here to...
North Bone and later probably Skeleton Bone.
I gotta pop off this.
And right now I have, except for all the blood, all the base, that is blood for the Blood God, and technical paint from Games Workshop. And for the tone color, I use other paints, but all the rest, it's all Msp paints, just so you know. And this part I just glued on because the inside is done of his belly. If I can get a nice, and I did go for quite a hellish effect, as it is quite burning in there. I mean, he does look like a nice demonic type. But demons do not come from the hells, but you know what I mean. Good. His crown of bones. This is going well. I will use this combination for the rest of all the bones that are protruding out of the body. And first, sorry if I'm making sounds while I'm drinking. Didn't want to, but I was a little bit hasty with my coffee. I want to finish my coffee before it is cold. I don't want to, I am in quite a big brush. If I can get it a little bit more like that. Go. And are there any people who have, what are your plans for this weekend? And you can share, I would like to know. And this is the voice that I meant in your stream. My nice monotone, emotionless.
You sound
Voice
enthusiastic.
that I use when I am trying to talk and paint. Herb would say, you can see I'm a real man, because I cannot do two things at the same time. Probably talk and paint. And yes, we do have a lot of the women are in there. There are more women working where I work than men. That's why they get that. That's why we get that comment a lot. And Carol, I'm playing in about an hour. Then Vampire the Masquerade later in the evening. Great. I've seen some of the shows from on YouTube. LA by Night, for example. I still want to watch it, but I still haven't gotten around it, especially because I have been following Critical Role. It was an excellent stream. Yeah, it's they ended it completely, or it's just the end of a the whole campaign, I mean, probably then. But there are quite some good, special, also voice actors playing it, but I also like the whole system, and that it is all theater of the mind. No minis. Which would, for me, would be a little bit troublesome. My very good memory. I always need a little bit of visual aid to see what is going on. Alec by Night did enter the campaign, however, coming 22 New York by night. Okay. Well, I have to. I just started today with. Well, that's not true. I did start earlier. Last week I did start with Critical Role Campaign 3. And I was not very. And that's a personal thing. I was not very pleased with the character that Sam made up, the robot, the animatronic. It took me a week, and now I started watching again today, just hoping that at least the storyline would pull me back in. And luckily, yes. So I am going to watch more Critical Role. That leaves a little less time to watch, unfortunately, other streams or YouTube channels, or especially because I like to watch them. Oh, I have trouble with my memory, and when I watch the whole stream from Critical Role in more than three.
Is that me beeping or him
I am
beeping?
completely lost about all the things that happen. And when I watch it, let's say in 2 times, so 2 times 2 hours, I have that problem a little less. Don't know, but that's how probably my my brain works. Not completely true, because if I watch campaign 1 again, there will still be a lot of surprises for me, even though I have already watched campaign 1 more than 3 times and listened to
Wow.
to it at least 5 times. Carol, Sam's PC does take some getting used to, but I really like the direction he's going in it. Yeah.
Hi, sweetie.
Well, the one thing that was putting me off, not so much that he was a robot. I mean, I would have gone for then make it some kind of Warforge, but smaller or anything. That's the personal thing. But the first sentence he said had a lot of really the modern computer words in them. I do not even know exactly what he did say, but it sounded like a standard robot you have in some bad science fiction movies. Now I have watched a little bit more. He is more human, and now I am indeed a little bit. I think it's yeah, I can live with this. Yeah, I have played World of Warcraft a lot, and somehow this is really putting me off. I have no idea why. Yeah, maybe it's because he literally called it a robot, animatronic. That's maybe. I have no idea. But on the good side, I'm in again. And I only hope they have a very nice way. Yeah, he is a robot, yeah. But I'm just very curious if he is getting hurt. If he can eat coins. I already know. Sorry if I for people who haven't watched it and are going to watch it for the spoilers. I'm very curious if they can give him a healing potion and if it works. In my mind, that would not work, but maybe they have some other creative thingy for it. Let's see. That is the. But I do, and I had a little bit mixed feelings about the three characters that come from the other small campaign they have played lately. The persona from Ashley, the new player Robbie, I believe his name is, and from oh my god, Mr. O'Brien. All I know, he can take damage from other people and put it on himself. Yeah, but that is because he is in fact a cleric. And as far as I know, there is some type of cleric who can do that. Always fine with those three. Pretty sure they did that other campaign knowing these were going to be the PCs for C3. Yeah. It's the domain he is using. Yes, that's I know I have seen that. And yeah, I don't know. It's it was not really putting me down, but I really had something from really? Okay, yeah. But as said, it is all personal. I am glad that they are on again. I did miss it a little bit, even though 2 was also not compared to 1 my favorite. But I mean, Matt Mercer is still great in telling the stories. All those I think Rob is only a guest for the time being and won't be staying there, but who knows. Dorian is a pretty popular PC, okay. I cannot even recall. I do believe I have seen some of those first few episodes of that campaign, but I cannot remember that I saw the end. So I will probably have to look that up also. But that will all be a little bit later. Probably in January I will catch up, hopefully with a lot of that stuff. It's right now we are getting into the first parts of Christmas preparations. And the whole COVID stuff is the numbers are going up here in the Netherlands. So we have a new they are tightening some rules again. We have not a real lockdown, but some things have to close earlier, like of course restaurants. They have to close at 10, I believe. Our gaming club has to close, for example, at 6 o'clock. But that's not a big problem, because we always, that was taking this off. That is our end time, so that is not a big problem. But we like at work now, we have an electronic corona. Okay, you need to look, you too, have fun with your games. I don't know about other countries, but we have a corona app that they can check if you are vaccinated. And at work we already have to use it. Well, yeah, we have to use it no, you don't have to show it. But if you don't, you have to fill in quite some forms again to make sure you do not have corona at that moment. So they make people who are not vaccinated a little bit more, not difficult, but they have to do a little bit more work to go back to work. And they and we are already understaffed. This week we got some new people in, and I mean those are temp workers. They come from Eastern Europe, and well, just as all the temp workers or whatever, if they are Dutch or from what country they come, you have the good ones and you have the little bit of not so good ones. But right now, because we need people, they really take everybody they can get, and every hand that can help is a hand that can help. But they speak barely English, and with some of them, sorry that I have to say, I think they should be in a retirement home. I know it's really hard sometimes to work with people who they do try, but we are in a production. We are a production company, and it's yeah, you have to be able to work on a certain speed, and it's because hey, I am 50. I can already feel in certain joints that in 20 years I don't think I will also be able to work on that speed with that work. But right now it's quite annoying. Not their fault, and it's something I have to change in my mind. But it really takes energy from me. Good, and that was my little rant about work. I have weekend, just like hopefully most of you. Let's concentrate on painting. Right now I am giving the final highlights to the bone. Still a little bit too dark here and there. I have used more bones on some other places, but also I don't want it to be too light, as the highlights on the flesh are also quite light. So now I'm working on this great mini at the moment. Okay, well I can look. I still haven't gotten around to how to show it on screen in my OBS. Still need to look into that. Probably quite simple. So everybody who is interested, and I am going to look also, you will have to look for yourself. Sorry, but you are looking, you are making, oh, nice. It's, I would say a priest. Nice. So I'll give you. Okay, did you hear that? Or maybe a wizard. Oh yeah, could also be, yeah. But did you all hear that, the applause? I did hear. Then it's on my end again. I will try to refresh my sound alerts. And we will see how it goes.
Hydrate.
Happy with his.
But all I have is coffee.
I think I will do the bones in a different way. Old-fashioned way. Hydrate. I see it. I don't hear it. I still have to work on that. Thank you for the hydrate. Right in time. Coffee is still warm. Oh, 25 minutes. And then I am going to be Gooblom. Oh no, sorry. Albert Vultamius. What I don't like about this is that the bones are too dark. They look too much like his whole skin. Oops, don't. Change. I hear it loud and clear. Yeah, that seems to be something in, and there is. I checked it last time because I can tag sounds to be heard only on my side, only on your side, or on both sides, or not at all. Which is, by the way, yeah. So, but I checked it, and they should be to be heard in both sides. And yeah, my sound is at 100%. And that's more TV. Thank you for following. That is something I also should hear. Didn't. Sorry. Good looking cleric, especially the book pages. Oh, now I have to. I did see a big book. Ooh, indeed. Looks indeed very nice. Detailed. I missed that one. So I think, yeah, I'm going to change my, at least for the bones on his head and the bigger bones, I'm going to change